good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of What's Up T&T. And you're looking at Gael, the Caribbean, and we are live. We are live streaming on Facebook, and we're also live on Flow, the channel. So tell a friend to tell a friend. My name is Eunice, and just like every other Friday evening, this is your inclusive, all-inclusive. And I only know how the thing let's go. We would have had a hard week, but they had a hard week, a soft week. However the week went by, this is definitely the time when you kick back, you take off your shoes, and you relax. A lot of people know how a Friday evening is go, right? You reach home from work, you vibes a bit with the kids, vibes with the husband, the wife, however. But getting closer to 9 o'clock, we make sure the snacks, right, where we can reach it, and we take the drink on the other side because Eunice is on. And tonight we have a whole lot of guests on the inside. I have some kind of guests here. That's what I say. Oh my God. OMG, according to the young people. But we get a chance to come and meet them in a little while. You all doing? Welcome to all my Caribbean viewers, to all my viewers abroad in New York. Hey, Harriet! What's going on? Hola, Tunde! What's happening, partner? I know that all of you, to all my online guests as well. Just now I will go on. I'll go online and I'll know who's online from who's not online. But to all of you who continuously support us, this is a show where you get to find out what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. What's up T&T? Everybody and anybody. Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. And tonight, we're here. We're going to be talking jazz. We're going to be talking music. We're going to be talking a whole lot of different things. I have two men that, oh my God, you know when I say men, I was getting excited. I have two men here. Listen to me. Aye. When they say I introduce them, or you preparate on yourself, it's going to be real pressure, ladies. But nevertheless, tell a friend to tell a friend that What's Up T&T is on. My name is Eunice Peters. Share it live. I'm going to be back in 1 minute.
We reset. March 28th, Central Bank Auditorium. One night only. Show starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Tickets, $200. Available at Showaholics, Booms World, Island E-Tickets, and for members of the MAN Company. For more info, 293-9134. Powered by The Joy Company and Graphic Source. Together, we reset. All talked up.
Jazz night just got bigger. Feel the rhythm. Sip in style. Direct your moment. One lucky patron will walk away with $3,000 in our live door prize draw. Yes, $3,000. Will it be you? Well, it won't be if you don't have a ticket. Get yours early. It's Jazz in the City. Let's gather, groove, and grow.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And if you're now joining me, don't worry, you miss nothing. I just start, I now reach, I now come. Yeah. What I bring? I bring myself. I just kidding. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I have a special young lady, and I have two, they're not really young men, you know, but they're two gentlemen who has been flying the flag of Trinidad and Tobago and doing it in the music for quite some time, and I'm really, really honored to have the opportunity to sit and talk with them tonight. And of course, tonight we're talking jazz night. So help me welcome. Where shall I start? Let me start with the man who's closest to my right. Hi, Rodney. Good evening.
Hi.
So Trinidad and Tobago. This is Rodney Alexander.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago.
I can say it.
Yeah, you can say it.
I love the man on the bass. I had to. And in case you all don't know, Rodney is one of Trinidad and Tobago's greatest bassmen.
Thanks. I'll take that. Thanks.
Look at Rodney being humble.
I'll say thank you. I don't make the list.
So this is Rodney Alexander. I'm so glad you're here. We're gonna get into who Rodney is in a little while, but let me just introduce your other two friends. Sitting next to Rodney is Janelle Montique.
Yes.
I've never get her right. She tried to tie my tongue up. Nevertheless, my friend from a long time. Hi, Jay. How are you?
Okay, I'm okay. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, gosh. And of course, the man of the hour. And we welcome to Gaia Studios, Mr. Dean Williams. Dean, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for having me here. Good evening, Gael, all the viewers, local and international. Great to be here. It's my pleasure to be here, Eunice.
Oh my, it's my pleasure to have you. And fun fact, guys, I really did not know you all were going to be here. I thought it was just general, but she bust a mark on that. And I went, no, good thing as a woman is prepared for anything. But nevertheless, so we're here and we're talking this big event that you all have coming up on the 11th of April called Jazz Night. And I know that I follow Janelle, so I know that she's been doing a lot in the genre of jazz in Trinidad and Tobago for a while. So let's talk a little bit, because the show is actually going to be featuring you, Dean, and powered by Rodney Alexander. So let's go to Dean first. So tell me about the concept of the show, how it happened.
Okay, well, the story for the show, it really began with these two lovely people here.
Right.
Rodney was having a show, I think it was on a holiday,
Yeah.
right? Incidentally, 30th of August was also my birthday.
Oh.
And I said, well, let me come and hang out.
So wait, that's on your Vogo.
Yes, that's right.
That's why I talk about that. Why we talking about
Right.
Vogo? There's no Vogo yet. I
Vogo
good
to the
people. Vogo to the world.
Right? Can't do no wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I came to the show. Rodney told me, we're having this show at a lovely place in South. And I said, yes, I'm coming down to the show. And when I got to the show was an incredible show. All fully live music.
Nice.
A lot of surprises. And I met Janelle for the first time.
Wow.
And Janelle is the brain, the mastermind behind this, this event and this project in tandem with Rodney and his band. Lovely band. And as you said, Rodney is the premier bass player, I would say, not only in Trinidad, I would say in the whole region. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, no. You're not gonna get any complaints.
It's not about me, it's about
You're not gonna get any complaints from me.
Yeah.
But just for the information purposes, let's talk a little bit about your background in music. What musical instrument do you play?
Okay, well, I play the guitar primarily. Any kind of guitar, acoustic guitar, nylon string, steel string, jazz, pop, R&B, soca, calypso. And I think
Dean
that's
Williams
about
is a
it.
name that I know I've been hearing as a child growing up in the business.
Wow.
Dean Williams is a name that you hear and you say, I should work with Dean boy. Okay, Dean. But how did you get into playing? And how long have you been doing music?
Okay, I've been in music professionally for over 30 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've been playing music since I was a kid, a very young age. I was actually born in San Fernando.
Born in San Fernando.
Yes, born in
South
San
is
Fernando
love.
General, and my first, formative years was on Lewis Street, San Fernando, because my dad was from South. My dad was actually from Dali Village. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was born in San Fernando properly, and as I got older, we moved up north.
Okay.
But I would come down south holidays and spend time with my cousins and my aunt and uncle and stuff. So I grew up
Nice.
around Marabella, Point-a-Pierre, Pleasance Park.
That's real sound.
Yeah, and then my mom had family and friends down Library, so I used to come down Library too. And
Hey, Uncle, look at Library, man.
and all of that. So, right, yeah. So, South has never been far from being a part of my life.
Right.
Yeah. So, back to the music. So, the music started at a very young age. My dad used to play the guitar and steel pan and all these things. So, I grew up with instruments at home. So, from there, I just picked it up by ear and started.
You were self-taught
Yes, in the early years, yeah.
in the early years.
Yeah, just imitating what I hear on the radio or saw on TV as a little kid.
Did you
any
have the
instrument.
support of your family?
Yes,
when you picked up the guitar was your first instrument.
I had endless instruments around the house. I had a toy piano. I literally had an electric organ and harmonica and what they call the melodica. That's the kind of organ you play with a tube and all those things. So I was lucky to have all of those instruments around growing up.
Right.
And they all had an impact on me. My dad also played a lot of music, so record players back in those days. So you can tell how old I am. So, right, record player. So I just grew up around music, and I think that's a big part of it.
Right.
Fast forward from high school. When I went to high school, I played music from Form 1 right up to Form 6.
And what high school are we talking here?
Hillview College.
Hillview, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Hillview. By that time, family, we were living in St. Augustine.
At what point in your life did you decide, well, this is what I want to do? This is where I want to go?
I think by the time I got to be about 15 or 16, towards the end of high school there,
Yeah.
I started to feel really strong about music.
Right.
And, wanting to learn more and more about music on the whole, because by that time I was already playing the guitar, the bass, the drums, and all these different things.
Where has music taken you thus far?
Wow, okay. From South America, Central America, North America, Europe, Asia. Yeah, so I'm really grateful to music taking me around the world.
What is one of the greatest stage in your mind that you think you would have graced and can remember being on that stage and saying, wow, I can't believe I'm here?
Okay, well, one moment that stands out is I remember going to a music festival in the middle of the Redwoods. That is a huge, where they have those gigantic trees that you could literally drive a car through.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to California and we went to this concert. I think it was Reggae by the River. And I was there with, I believe was Tricanal and Kindred and all these things. So I was also part of the rap soul community as well. And we played to, I don't know, probably about 20,000 people in the middle of the forest.
20,000 persons in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, Americans and stuff, yeah.
You see how people take their music seriously and to a different kind of level. Yeah. Wow. That is very, very. I'm going there because I think it's important for young persons to understand that there is a choice. You have a choice. There's an avenue that you can take that is not academic. And even though you choose this route, once you're dedicated and you sacrifice and you work hard, can take you to all of those places that you would have spoken about and have such phenomenal experiences like you would have just highlighted. And it is important for them to realize that, because I think not enough of that is being highlighted. Our young people tend to think the music is seasonal, it's just for carnival, it's just a period. But here it is. Persons like yourselves do the music all year round. And it takes you both home and abroad. So this is what you do.
Yep.
Nice. I want to jump over to the man of the beast. Roddy, why are you laughing? Am I lying? No.
You skipped the lovely young lady.
No. Straight to you.
Listen, it's powered by you, company power.
Thank you very much.
A company power. Let's get a little bit about who Rodney Alexander is now.
Well, Rodney is a musician. I would say I'm a musician first before I would say I'm a bass player.
Okay.
Grew up loving music. It's the only thing I think I could do in this world without even thinking about. I tried the 8 to 4 thing already. I mean, it was cool, but it wasn't fun. Music is like you're working and you're not working. So I'm a musician, producer, musical director, arranger, and
it works.
It works. Yeah, everything with music.
Do you play any other instruments besides the bass?
Yeah, actually started off on guitar. I play guitar. I had an incident with the guitar. Well, in school, that was at a very tender age, like 9 years old or somewhere around there. Playing in school with a piece of wood. I had a nail on the wood, and the nail literally went through my finger. Yeah, graphic. And I had to rest down the guitar for a while, and I started playing keyboard. I played keyboard for a little while because my father actually was the musician that taught everyone. played keyboard for a while until my finger was okay. Tried to play guitar and I realized it was still hurting. So the next option was bass. Started playing bass and it felt natural.
Yeah.
And from there, that was it.
Wow.
Bass.
And you've been
bass was-
doing this for how many years now?
Professionally, I would say like about 20, almost 25 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I saw that you had the same concert that Dean was talking about.
Mhm.
That was what, last year, August?
Yes.
How was that your first solo concert?
No, actually, I've been doing shows every year, at
Really?
Cafe Blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year I did not do a show at Cafe Blue, but I did this show at this location on the south.
Mm-hmm.
But every year I try to do at Cafe Blue. This year I actually have one coming up on the 19th of April.
Okay.
Check it out,
soon after.
19th of April.
That's soon after.
Soon after.
Listen, what I like
after.
about guys is that you all don't drop the ball
No, we ain't dropping it.
where the genre of jazz is concerned.
No.
Because for me, people tend to think in Toronto that jazz is a foreign thing. Jazz is an American thing. But here, excuse me, here it is. We have locals doing jazz. And not just for a big Ford.
But jazz is a broad
Yeah.
genre, right? So you can take anything and turn it into jazz. It's a freedom of expression. It's,
I
for me, it's
like-
like the only music you can really take and do what you want with it.
Yes,
And call it jazz.
I
Yeah.
like how I like that part. I saw what I do marrying finger.
Yeah. Yeah,
In
you can take
jazz.
anything.
Hear me when I said, hey, look at the lava, who would have never take that shot? If you don't have a ring, you put up your finger, you the bed in jazz.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow,
Yep.
this is really, really unique.
So
and you have
our
that,
jazz in Trinidad
Mhm.
is totally different to what they will consider jazz in America. So our jazz is unique to us, and what they do in America, what they call jazz, they have the smooth jazz, and then they have the bebop jazz, then they have the New Orleans type of jazz. So it's different types of jazz you will find depending on where you go.
How would you label our type of jazz?
We have a kind of folk calypso. We kind of influence more like the African style kind of jazz,
Yeah.
more like calypso vibe.
Yeah.
So in our jazz, you will still hear the calypso rhythm, pump, pump, the
Yeah.
phrasing and stuff like that with our
And
jazz.
of course, the timing in the background as well.
Yes. So we have our twang, if you want to call it like that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that's a real good,
Yes.
a real good way
Twang.
of saying it. We have a twang.
Yeah.
Because strange enough, I never understood that until I started to travel. And then somebody said, wait, boy, you could take it, we're gonna tune anywhere. I didn't recognize that we had an accent.
Yeah. And it
I
comes
said,
across.
"Children,
in
I have an
music.
accent."
Yeah.
To me, we talk like this, how we speak.
Yeah, we take it for granted.
We
take
take
it
it for granted,
yeah.
but you're very right. It's a twang.
Yeah.
And the twang that we've now put into music. And trust our Trinis to be able to take something and just do a whole overdo with it.
Yeah.
So it's just be all out there. Lady Adana has come up with Cali jazz. So you have different aspects of this genre of jazz music in Trinidad and Tobago, and I love that for us.
Yeah.
Really, really love that for us. And as we're talking about that, let's go down to Madam Miss Janelle.
Hi, once again, everybody.
That started off doing calypso music.
I was just about that.
A singer that started off sharing a stage with me.
Yes, 19 years old.
Miss her for a little while.
19 years old.
Seeing the child on stage, and I said, yeah, man, this voice has some promise.
Oh gosh.
I said,
I
yeah.
had a bad experience, didn't want to go back.
And next thing you know, she disappeared.
Yeah, that's,
I said, well, where she
I
go?
thought it wasn't for me.
Okay. And then lo and behold, Rodney boy, I watching the thing and I see, hey, who's that? Janelle. So Janelle is a young Janelle was this, and she scattered.
She jazzing.
She jazzing, she scattered.
Yeah.
She was scattered and
Found myself. I found myself.
that's what you think you found yourself?
Yes.
So
Calypso,
jazz is your go-to genre now?
I love it. I live it.
And you love it so much that you have started to actually write your own songs and
Correct.
stuff.
Correct.
Let's talk a little bit about you and this This my thing.
Okay.
Miss Jazz.
This love affair.
This love affair. Thank you. That's a good one. That's a good way of putting it. Dee. Let's talk about you and this love affair that you have with jazz music.
Well, first of all, jazz was something that was kind of, a sort of staple in our household. My dad was a crooner, for want of a better word. He was into the Frank Sinatra's, the Nat King Cole's, the Bing Crosby's. That is what we grew up on. We grew up looking at musicals like Sound of Music, West Side Story, My Fair Lady. And, as children, we were literally programmed into that type of genre, right? My parents, they always believed in exposing their children to good music. They weren't ever into the raga kind of thing. We were exposed to classical music, jazz, and that type of thing from a very, very early age.
Yeah.
Right? So the appreciation was always there. And when it came to the musicals, as children, you're role playing. So you think that, you are the lady on Sound of Music running through the fields and, the Broadway tradition in America. You think that you're that person. So the whole performance culture that was ingrained in us from a very, very early age. So you'll find that coupled with being very staunch Catholics, right? Going to church every Sunday, we're looking for the stage to perform anytime we get a chance. Sang in the choir and
So
all
you're
of that.
jazzing all in the people church.
What I mean, it was something that we really, really loved growing up, but I was the person who was brave enough to actually go out there and do this, and here I am today,
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here, and I'm live with my friends, Dean, Rodney, and Janelle, and we are talking about Jazz Night, and that is coming up on the 11th of April, 8 p.m. The doors open at 7 p.m. And of course, it's going to be featuring Mr. Dean Williams, and of course, Dean Williams is one of Trinidad and Tobago's prolific musicians. He's toured the world playing the guitar, and of course it's powered by my friend Rodney Alexander. And all of this is happening down at Carnival City Lounge, guys. Carnival City. So South Trinidad, this is your opportunity. For those of you who don't know where Carnival City Lounge is, that is at Gulf City Mall. The tickets, get this, you're not going to believe it, are just $250. You're not going to believe it. And listen, as a matter of fact, the early bird tickets are almost sold out. It's sold out. There are no, hard luck friends. There are no more early bird tickets. But let me tell you why it is. You need to have a ticket. Because I don't even think I ever hear this before. There's a massive door prize. As a matter of fact, if they feel they're leaving without selling me a ticket, lie. Because, and I come in just with, I waited with my ticket in my hand, and they better call my number, because first time ever, the door prize for this event is $3,000 cash. Let me just say, for the people down in the back who didn't hear me, the door prize, if you buy a ticket for $250, you can actually walk away with $3,000 in your pocket that night. Yeah, unbelievable. So, people started whistling in the back there and all kind of thing. So we're talking Jazz Night, 11th of April. The doors open at 7, featuring Mr. Dean Williams, powered by Rodney Alexander. And it's all happening down at Carnival City Lounge. They're not going anywhere, but you know how these things go. We can't just have a little bit of talk. I'm going to get you experience that of Dean. Who is Dean? But now we're going to experience his fingers and his music, so you get a chance to actually get a feel like if you're in Carnival City on the 11th. So, Master Control, take me to a musical clip, and I'm going to be right back.
Thank you and good night.
Together, we reset. March 28th, Central Bank Auditorium. One night only. Show starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Tickets $200. Available at Showaholics, Booms World, Island E-Tickets, and for members of the Mad Company. For more info, 293-9134. Powered by The Joy Company and Graphic Source. Together, we reset. All talked up.
Jaws night just got bigger. Feel the rhythm. Sip in style. Dress to impress. And get ready for your moment. One lucky patron will walk away with $3,000 in our live door prize draw. Yes, $3,000. Will it be you? Well, it won't be if you don't have a ticket. Get yours early. It's Jazz in the City. Let's gather, groove, and grow.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're now joining me, you would have missed a whole lot. And of course, listen, the music and the sound of Mr. Dean Williams put him in a kind of mood. I'm kind of feeling a particular type of way. I just want to you just want to be in love. Yeah. It's just I don't know. It makes me feel that when we wash to the end of the road, I just want to go to the end of the road with somebody. But nevertheless, before I go to the end of the road, let me say happy birthday to not my partner, but Uncle partner, Lawa. Again, right? Lawa partner. Where Lawa from? Lawa darling, hold on, Lawa. Running, hold on, somebody. I had to get Lawa some special love-ups and hug-ups. Lawa from some 98 partner. Or they got this button, or they make some noise for Lawa for me. Listen, guys, they respond oil in the coil. Yeah. 98 Lawa. Listen, all God's richest blessings say your partner. Take some kisses for that man. He loves me. Never must the next one on the head. Hold that in, Lawa boy. Hold that in. Or they don't feel jealous now. While them don't get jealous. Yo, when you reach 98, you have to get the same amount of love. And here it is, all I say, I get our birthday present. Guys, we're here and we're talking about jazz night, and I have some of Trinidad and Tobago's great musicians with me. If it ring, you're ringing with that side partner. You didn't say I want to go on the end of the road with somebody tonight. Oh, next thing somebody take off. Honey, what's wrong with you? Somebody call here now. You just answer the thing and say hello.
To hear my voice, do I hang up?
Not at all. Listen, my brothers and sisters, I pass through them first. So you, where you listen, doing them a favor. You're vetting for them. Big as I is. Big woman like me, you know. Yeah, 50 not all, but I'm still trying to vet man in my life. I do understand. That's like when you begin to understand it. Do you know your brothers?
Yes, I do.
So you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes. Oh.
Yeah, they can never, they kill them dead, they're running things. And then ever since God rest my mother's soul in peace, that she took her absence and left and gone, kill them dead, she leave them in charge. And a few cousins too.
Yeah.
I do, never mind. So, we're talking jazz night, guys, and we're here. We actually going to give away 2 tickets tonight to jazz night. And of course, you know why I get the tickets, right? I get the tickets because I want you to go down to Carnival City on the 11th and listen to some music. And if it's anything like what we just heard just now, trust and believe. You and I will want to go to the end of the road with somebody in Carnival City. And listen, when you're in South, let me tell you, I see woman of business down there. I go sort out. Yeah, just make sure you come and tell me Eunice are here. And I'm looking to go on the end of the road. Just let me just say thing. No. But however, the partner, because the partner, whoever they buy the ticket for, I don't expect you to come by yourself. You're coming to listen to all this little nice music by yourself. You gotta bring somebody partner, and that person can win the door prize. $3,000, Carol. $3,000. Which part will you ever hear that? Damn easy. So we open up the lines. The phone lines are now open, guys. And when you call in, one of these gentlemen, But no, yeah. You only on the spotlight tonight.
Yeah.
You only want to choose.
Yeah,
choose a
let the
question.
guys talk tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, they will ask for their real easy questions. So you call in 2225-9790, and we're talking jazz night happening down on the 11th. And this is actually after the Easter. This after
Yes,
Easter.
after Easter weekend.
After the Easter weekend. And when you're ready to relax and thing, Dean boy?
That's right.
Yeah, man. You come down and you get some red. What else is Carnival City famous for? Good food? No, I don't like that.
No,
I'm not paying $250 to go to show you. I lost my money more. I ain't want to gamble.
No, it's just a lovely lounge.
So
Great
are we going to have
ambiance.
like things to eat and
Yeah,
drink? and stuff like that?
yes.
Good
They have
food
a
and
fully
thing?
stocked
Oh, you
bar.
know we treat
They
you.
have food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me know what we eating in the
Yeah,
run.
you're getting to the south, you know.
Yeah.
And the down south, you're safe.
Yes.
Especially the fish. Yeah, they didn't have any fish that night. You're trying to look for any excuse to get down with the people thing. Oh, you go be there? Poor.
Uncle Errol have to be there. Uncle
Janelle, please
Uncle
don't
Errol has to
encourage
be
him.
there.
Janelle, please don't encourage him, please.
So you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance.
You don't have I like that. Touch my tonsils. You don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance. $3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
Who is sponsoring this?
That's how we're giving back to the community. That's how we're giving back.
But then you forget the community, I just want you to give me back. What she talking about community, man? Community is right now. Listen to me. So all your phone lines are now open. Well, let's say you're gonna treat it on it tonight. Call in and you get a chance to win a ticket. And of course, you're buying a ticket for your partner, your spouse, or whoever you choose to come with. And that person can win the 3,000. I know what it is. Next thing, the person who buy it up, price the partner with the 3,000. You know what they're gonna be saying? Hey, give it that one anyway. First for me, with that bit.
You know.
And rightfully so, though. Who are some of the sponsors on board with you guys?
Okay, so our sponsors include Aspis Risk Management, Risco Safety Solutions Limited,
Yes.
Joko GML Contractors Limited, Jojo Singh's Roti Shop, and Thinker Vibes Bar.
Think of Vibes Bar. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The roti shop bringing roti.
No.
No,
They're bringing money.
They bring
Money.
Listen, I kind of get spoiled now. I went to thing the other day. They had some doubles, some hot doubles. Of course, me and Terry put we foot in my mouth and we started sing about now having doubles. Right now, I'm viral on a TikTok. Aye. All the preparation on the side.
Wow.
The thing coming. Wait, hold on. Good evening. Welcome. You're live on Gael. Please mute your television. Good evening. Hello. How long we doing this? All right, caller.
Getting a loop.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. Hi, good evening. How are you?
Hi, I am Jackie, and I'm just calling to say that I will be there.
Jackie.
That's Auntie Jackie. That's Auntie Jackie.
Hi, Auntie Jackie. Okay, she gone one time.
Yes, Auntie Jackie gone.
Who Auntie Jackie is that?
Auntie Jackie going home.
But Auntie Jackie.
Yes.
Jackie sent some love.
So we say, take some special love. Mwah. Special love. And of course, Jackie Kuno, another big name in South. In Trinidad and Tobago in the world.
Yes.
One of the Auntie Jackie still designing.
Yes, she's still a great part of
Really?
Carnival,
Oh, that one, she
fashion.
design and
And,
dress the middle night.
yeah, she's one of our cultural icons.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She is one of our cultural icons.
Love you, Auntie Jackie. Mwah.
Yes, so she's going to be there
Queen
on
maker.
the inside.
Mhm.
The queen maker. That's
Right.
a real good. That's
Oh, yes.
a real.
Auntie Jackie made me a queen as well. Huh? Just say it, right?
Really?
Back in the day, yes, I was one of her queens. I was Miss Princess Town. In
Auntie
the
Jackie,
Lauren
wait,
Riviere
wait, wait,
competition. Auntie Jackie, remember that? In the Lauren Riviere competition.
if you make General Queen, wait, you think I'm waiting?
Yeah, Queen already, man.
That's a good way of saying you just stick. That's a good way of saying you just stay near me. I like you,
Oh my
That's a real good way. my real master control coming? Messiah, if you're looking at my partner, I'm trying. I'm real trying. But nevertheless, so what else can we expect on the night? Talk to me, guys.
So, do you want to go?
You have the
Well,
floor, go right ahead.
It's just an evening of good music.
Mhm.
I will be doing a set.
Right.
Dean will be doing, well, Dean is the
Featured.
Dean is the
featured
guy,
artist.
yeah. And Janelle will also be doing her set. So it's three totally different types of music you'll be getting. Very entertaining, everybody on their A game. And for me, my show is the following week. So I'll be
Right.
trying out some new stuff. So come and
As
check it
well.
out. Yeah, come and check
So
it
we
out.
kind of get a prelude.
Yeah, come and check it out.
To your
And my
event.
show is music off my EP. I have an upcoming EP.
Really?
So, yes. So it's some of my original songs, but I'll be doing that.
Tell me something. Stick up in there, Rodney.
Uh-huh.
You say that off of your EP. Now, when I was growing up, we had CD and disc and print and whatever. We sell a CD. Tell me, what does having an EP mean?
EP, so their album and their EP. EP is consisted of like 6 songs, like 5-6 songs.
Yeah.
So it's not an album. An album is
It's like a mini album.
a mini
So
album.
where do you? So somebody wants to buy the EP. Where do they go now?
So compared to long time, well, this is the disadvantage we have now. For a long time, you could do an album, print CDs, and then go on your CDs and try to sell the CDs. Now they don't even have CD players.
Mhm.
So now everything is digital.
Streaming.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed recently, they put the songs on flash drive, and they
Right.
try to sell the flash drive to make
Oh.
some money that way. Or you could always stream for who are custom with
So
buying stuff.
is your EP going to be available on
Yes,
live
on all
streaming?
platforms.
All
Our
platforms.
platform, and I will. My plan is to have it on flash drive as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much do we purchase? What is it a standard price or the price is going to fluctuate?
I would when that time come, I would work it out.
Right.
How much it would be.
And how soon can we look forward to the EP?
Right after my concert on the 19th of April.
So when you find in time for all of this, partner.
You work right around the clock. Do music every day. It's every day.
So
Yeah.
okay, so I'm going now and I'm coming down the road.
Yeah.
So you do music every day.
Full time.
Outside of music, what happens?
It have nothing outside of music. It's just music all the time.
24/7.
24/7. Like I
So
don't
you have
have.
are you a
it don't
family
have-
man?
Yeah, I don't have a minute where I don't have something to work on.
So how do you balance the family life and the music?
Well, I've been doing it for a long enough period of time, so you have to find time for yourself.
So
It's important to find time for
they
yourself.
adapt around it.
Yeah, so for me, every day I give myself objectives and try to meet the objective every day, and you must find time for yourself. Must find. So
That is
yeah.
serious discipline, partner.
Yes.
Serious level of
Yeah,
discipline.
because you have music to learn, you have your stuff to work on, then I have general stuff to work on, plus you have to find time for yourself. Then you need some wusa moments. And all that.
Because you are a musician that everywhere I look, you are there.
Yeah.
Run here like salt.
Well,
You're in everything. And I noticed for quite a while, and myself included, that you seem to be one of the go-to people to have on stage at any one of those major things. I like to hear my bass line. So would you say that attributes to the bass being like the glue of the piece when most instances?
yeah. Well, let me just zone into calypso.
Yeah, no problem. Let's go.
Like calypso, when I started playing calypso, I tried to create a different sound from me.
Okay.
So compared to what other bass players was doing before, what I would listen to and get ideas from, I tried to create my sound, and I noticed it started influencing what's happening now.
Right.
And the good thing about it, the artists want that sound on stage, so they would call me when they want that song on stage. Because
Right.
yeah, so it works for me. That's why you would see me all over the place and stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely works for you. And I like using magic touch, because I noticed when they grace the stage with you, they come out and go down road now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So guys, the phone lines are over. Remember, the door price $3,000. I have never heard this. I hear about win a hamper, win a fan. Do you mean like they have a chance to walk out at Carnival
Yes,
with 3,000
yes.
in this banger season?
This
Right.
exactly.
That
Like I
is-
said,
I think
That's how we do it
our
down.
way.
That's how we do it down. south.
Hey,
That's South is love,
that's how we
right?
do it in South.
That's how we-
That's
Exactly.
That's my concern. That's
South
how
is
we
love.
do it in South. Hello, yeah, from South. Don't be whistling in the back there. That's how we do it from South. It's all about goodness. Yeah. What about you, Dean? How do you find time to manage both family life and
That is a very serious question. As Rodney said, you have to manage your time. Scheduling is very important. I'm also an educator. I'm a teacher and a lecturer as well.
really?
Yeah.
Where?
So I teach at Costard as well as several private music schools as well. So-
again, how
Every day,
how will you make
You need to have a schedule
Yeah.
because when you get shows as often as we do, you need to pencil in the dates. We have rehearsals, we have studio appointments, live classes, online, in person,
Yeah.
different universities. So you need to schedule, or else you're going to have a mountain of stuff that you're going to forget. And to be a professional, you can't let anybody down.
I think what I'm hearing, the
Yeah.
constant denominator in there is discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Correct.
The constant denominator in there is definitely discipline.
Yeah.
Organization.
And being organized, because at the end of the day, if you don't have that discipline, you can't achieve what you all do on a daily
And
basis.
nobody will call you for a second time.
Exactly.
You missed the
Just now,
date,
say
you're
that again
late.
for the people down in the back.
No one will call you a second time if you don't move professionally the first time. Yeah?
That's right.
You show up as a professional on the first date, your phone will keep ringing.
Wow.
Yeah?
Facts.
That is
Wow.
Facts. Yeah.
That is the secret to
If you show up on the right way on jazz night for me, I can ring your phone a second time. And my worst enemy, when you should go, let's be friends for life.
It's like what they say, you have one chance to make a first impression.
One chance to
right?
make a first
First
impression.
time.
So we're
First
talking
time.
jazz night here.
Come
here,
good,
ladies
come
and gentlemen.
good.
So they have their questions ready. I'm going to take some more music and then we're going to be right back. I am bushing me earlier. I still live, Master Control said. I am bushing. You ready, man?
Jaws night just got bigger. Feel the rhythm. Sip in style. Dress to impress. And get ready for your moment. One lucky patron will walk away with $3,000 in a live door prize draw. Yes, $3,000. Will it be you? Well, it won't be if you don't have a ticket. Get yours early. It's Jazz in the City. Let's gather, groove, and grow.
Together, we reset. March 28th, Central Bank Auditorium. One night only. Show starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Tickets, $200. Available at Showaholics, Booms World, Island E-Tickets, and for members of the Mad Company. For more info, 293-9134. Powered by The Joy Company and Graphic Source. Together, we reset. All talk done.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And if you're now joining me, you've missed a whole lot. I am here with my friends in studio. I'm talking here to Sean Miriam, Rodney Alexander, and of course, Janelle. She's like the queen between two kings. And of course, we're talking about Jazz Night that's happening. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we're in the I think we had the most of the holidays, I know. But actually in the Lenten season, and the Lenten season is leading up to a whole lot of different things. But on what's Up T&T, what you can really definitely find out is what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to talk about an upcoming event that has been ringing social media. I think this event, from the minute it was dropped, and what is so ironic is the names that I'm about to call who's involved in this event. So let me tell you, I'm talking about Girls Just Want to Have Fun Edition 8, and of course this is by Maria Bola, Bold Designs, and Girls Just Want to Have Fun 8 is taking place on the Saturday, the 2nd of May, 2026, 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Bishop Anstey High School, Trinity College East Auditorium at Trin City. Entrance is $250, but guess what? I was told by the promoter, by Bold Designs, that there are very few tickets left. This event is actually sold out. And let me tell you why. Because they have what they call it team leaders, guys. Janelle, oh, listen, fellas, I'm sorry you all can't make this, right? But it's all about the ladies. It's designed to empower women. And I like the fact that some of our forefront ladies in Trinidad and Tobago has decided, and listen, I never know Vonette Bigford is so competitive. Rodney, that's your personal friend. How nobody didn't tell me that? Phoebe is the team team captain for Team Green. All I saw was a meme of Vonette on a banister looking down on the rest, and then it was all over. It's tempo going down the road. So they're putting together the teams, and hold on, it is Vonette Bickford, jazz extraordinaire, Deborah Maynard, Miss Donna Cox, Miss Donna Cox, who is a politician and former government minister. That's a team right there. That's Team Green, and putting together in a way you can show these women. These women are about to just show up and show out. We have a team. We have Team Pink, Marcia Miranda, Soca Parang extraordinaire, Cami Stout Robinson, and of course the woman herself, Karen Prince Mandela. These are some of the women who are going to empower women on that day. We have people like Shimmy, the local entertainer. Shimmy is one of our leading comedians. Dr. Rashida Francis, who's a therapist. Nisha, who is another jazz singer as well, and gospel artist. We have a rich blend. Girls Just Want to Have Fun it was internationally created, an experience that creates a space for women to connect, uplift each other. And of course, the highlight of the afternoon is going to be hosted by yours truly and Godfrey Payne. Listen to me. Preparate yourself. And what I want to say is that corporate Trinidad, you all have an opportunity, you have a chance to actually jump on board. This is an event that has sold out. I tell no lies. Literally sold out. And you have an opportunity to sponsor a color. So there are many colors. There's red, there's blue, there's yellow, there's black, there's Team Green, there's Team White. Whatever, listen, Fernandez, Black Label, black and white. Sponsor the white team. Courts, what about all here? You only have yellow building all over. We have a yellow team for all here. Anyhow you look at it, any side you take it from, come on board. Show your support for women in Trinidad and Tobago and the empowerment of women in Trinidad and Tobago, that we can do it. And of course, show your love to Girls Just Want to Have Fun 8. That is powered by Maria Bola, Bold Designs, and that is happening down at Trinity College. So, ladies and gentlemen, my phone lines are open. I'm getting ready to wrap up. So if you don't call and win the tickets, then of course I'm going to have no other choice but to just give away the 2 tickets. Hell no. Give away to Master Control. But what's wrong with him? And next thing you know, he outside the event and scalping the 2 tickets. Listen, he gonna be the first piper scalper I have in South Trinidad. Boy. Everybody's scalping with 20 and 50 tickets in their hands. Sierra Lowe's there with 2 tickets. Tickets, anybody? Tickets? Get your tickets here. Just 200.
Last two.
Yeah, I like you, Dean. That's exactly what you're gonna be saying. Last two, 200. Yeah, right.
2 to go.
You what? No, but it's what's happening to them on a daily basis. Technical difficulties. Be very glad that you all just have to enjoy it for 1 hour. Be very, very glad. I'm stuck with him. I've been stuck with him for the last 6 years. And it's all the conversation. It's just been popping up. Wow. So guys, other than great music and good food,
great atmosphere.
I just want to show the band members too.
And now we're talking
quick.
No, don't go quick, take your time.
Yes.
And because it's there going.
On drums, we have Kevin O'Keefe. To me, one of my favorite drummers to work with. On keyboards, we have Emil Fortune.
Yes.
On guitar, we have Jason Bishop. And am I leaving anybody? You want to talk about the background vocals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up my
Angela's searching. Why is she searching for the background vocals?
So yeah,
how much time has it taken you guys to put together this event that's coming up?
musically, you're talking about?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if I should say this, but we deal with professionals, right? So what we do, we send the music to the musicians. These guys will learn the music. When we come together, it's basically to run this stuff.
So
we don't do
execute.
We don't do.
I didn't get no music though. Nobody,
Oh, you send your stuff.
Yeah, nobody else said that for me though. So what you see, why in 2 weeks everybody gonna be ready, and I now play catch up. Mine, I didn't see you had my email address.
Yeah.
You. Yeah, Eunice Peters at ep@gmail.com.
Yeah, I would send it to
yeah,
you.
but I've like it might have gotten lost somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. And then of course, so they come together knowing the music already.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Power of technology, guys.
Mhm.
Power of technology.
Pros on board.
So have you all had a rehearsal already?
We had one
We had
rehearsal.
one.
Yeah, we had one.
And how was it feel?
It was great. It went on great. For the first rehearsal, it went on great.
And while we're on that note, I just want to big up our background vocalists.
You find the names?
Joel Alexander, Kalisha Collins, and Randall Payne. Good night, guys.
Yeah, she almost like earlier.
Right. I also want to include one of our sponsors, Imperial Rental Services Limited, and of course, Carnival City, for allowing us to have that event at the establishment. Thank you so very much.
Are you going to be the only singer on that night, Janelle?
No, I'm not. We have some surprises.
And again, nobody informed me. Nobody. I ain't getting, but if they didn't, nobody inside me.
I should did squeeze you in this
That
set,
is
man.
a surprise. That's part of the surprise.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm the
You
surprise.
have to
Just
come.
come.
You have to
That's a
come.
surprise for you too.
Yeah, take that to your way. Yes, yeah, the surprise gonna be you ain't going on stage. That gonna be the surprise. Guess what you
You have
doing?
a surprise for you too.
I love it. On a, not a serious note, but just to reiterate all that we've been talking about tonight, I really appreciate the fact that you all are doing what you're doing for Trinidad and Tobago and being
Thank
such
you.
a stunning example for the young people in Trinidad and Tobago.
Mhm.
I sit here every Friday night, and for every guest that I bring on, I always tell them, this is an example of a better we.
Thank you very much.
This is an example. Here
Appreciated.
we have Dean who teaches. You're a professor. You're doing the music. You've traveled over the world. Ronnie as well. You're doing the music. You say music is everything.
Everything.
That's what you do. And music is paying the bills.
Yeah.
Music is paying the bills. So that there is something other than on the block. There is something other than stealing. There is something. And there is somebody who's going to be willing to teach you guys.
Find your passion in life.
Yes.
And, explore it. You will be rewarded for it.
They say
Whether
if
it's
you
music or otherwise.
they say if
Find
you
your
find your
passion.
passion, it's not
Yeah.
working.
Find your passion.
Yeah.
Like Rodney said, it's work, but it's not work. It's a joy to do music every day.
Yes.
And I don't regret it. I am grateful every day.
I know we were looking for something from Rodney. Did we find it? Rest it on with chest, man. So guys, this is Rodney Alexander. We get you a little taste to see where you get paid $3,000.
Live music all night long. You can hear your favorite song. Heads keep bopping to the beat. Rhythm that sweeps you off your feet. Jazz for you to dance and sing. Jenny can jazz up anything. Let us gather, groove and grow. Dress up nice and let us go to jazz nights. Under Carnival City lights, we're gonna jam with Basie's bands. Carnival City's where we land. Jazz night, tell a friend you won't want the night to end. Good vibes that feel so right. Welcome to Jazz Night.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And of course, we're talking jazz tonight. And Trinidad and Tobago has a whole lot of activities that is buzzing and happening. I just want to highlight one that is happening, especially for the children. And of course, this is happening on Easter, for the Easter long weekend that's coming up. We have a very long, thank you so much to the Spiritual Baptist community, to all my Spiritual Baptist brothers and sisters in the faith. I say, woosa, thank you very much for the holiday. But after the holiday, we go straight into Easter. And AOK Acts of Kindness T&T Foundation presents the Easter Jubilee and Family Fundraiser. It is a bonnet and a hat parade competition for ages between 1 and 6. And I would like to see the babies.
Yeah.
What is as what these mothers and them is overdo it through it. These big hats, how they show and carrying it, I don't know. But however, the age group for the bonnet and the hat competition is from ages 1 to 6 and 7 to 13, both male and female categories. And of course, AOK says it's going to be a day of games for the entire family, lots of prizes and giveaways, eats and drinks on sale, and all of this is going to happen down at the St. Madeleine Regional Complex, Easter Sunday, the 5th of April, starting time 10 a.m. So it's going to be a day for the kiddies, bouncy castles, everything, you name it. And of course, Auntie Eunice is going to be there to bring the fun, guys. We're going to have a grand time. So if you're not doing anything, everybody who's in and around the area of St. Madeleine, bring your children out. It's a family day, and come out. And of course, they can take part in the thing. Of course, the registration for the competition is a measly $20. That's all. That is all. So that is A-OK Acts of Kindness T&T Foundation presents the Easter Jubilee and Family Fundraiser, and all of that is happening on Easter Sunday. Come out and support the children. The kiddies are watching a nice one Sunday. Who knows? I wonder if I can get hard. Yeah. You make one for me? So where you putting it? Moving right along, guys. Moving right along. So we're here, and we had a lovely time talking about jazz and all that is good and all that is great. Yes. Who are some, just before I go, Ronnie, because both of you, because you all are all around. Give me some of the names of these jazz. Are there any male jazz singers in Trinidad and Tobago? Any men doing jazz, Ronnie?
Yes, I will say one that come to mind, I will say Ansel Valley.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Ansel Valley.
Yeah.
And Ansel has his concert coming up
as
well.
Around the same time.
And beside Ansel, any other? Ansel Douglas doing jazz? Next thing you tell me, Ella. And what about some of the females? Just for us to highlight who they are, other than Janelle.
We have the great Bonnet Bigfoot, obviously.
Yeah, the big V.
Dean?
Leandra.
We have Leandra as well.
Yes, I am working with a new talent on the scene.
Ready?
Yes, Alicia Knight. She is all the way from New York, and she just came back to Trinidad, and she's doing work with me. We have a duet called Obsidian 2.
Okay.
And we've been doing a lot of traditional jazz, and she has that New York sound. So we're doing some more authentic stuff. So she's a new name, a fresh face, and a fresh voice to look out for.
Nice, nice. Lady Adana.
Oh, yeah, Lady.
Yes, Lady Adana.
So she jumped in the ring.
And you know who we were talking
Mavis,
about?
oh yes. Mavis Sean, Auntie Maeve.
And even Terry Lyons.
Yes.
Terry Lyons.
Right? She had a showcase at North Coast Jazz, which we played for as well, where she jazzed down the place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eunice Peters.
Of course.
Eunice Peters.
Listen, I didn't make no mistake. One of these days I'm going to get into that genre, eh? I think I can do it.
What you waiting on?
Of course.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, for is a laugh at me? Yeah, look if I'm gonna laugh.
We'll find the right song for you, don't worry.
I know the same lane partner. So Trinidad and Tobago, I wanna just say before we go, anything you all wanna say before we close off?
We wanna thank Gael for having us here and giving us this space.
Yes.
For us to, as I say, to present ourselves and also to represent the goodness and the talents that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. I think not only this show, but also this channel, is indicators of that. And I think we need that in our society today. Some very strong indicators of positivity, all members of our society, male, female, whatever geography you come from.
Definitely.
Positive.
Definitely.
Yeah?
And I want you, before we go, I want you to say hi to your brother who's in studio with us, and he's also visiting us from abroad. What's his name again?
Andrew.
Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew. From LA. From LA. Yeah, you're coming with a date on the 11th. You're going to be here?
Yeah, we are.
You rest it? Now with your family? You will be there?
I will be there. My wife,
oh shit, all right, I didn't know. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. All right, okay, Mrs. Andrew. Yeah. All right. Take some notes anyway. But Mrs. Andrew, that's on your desk.
And Eunice, I just want to tell Trinidad and Tobago, come down to South, experience jazz nights. I can guarantee that once you have that first experience, you're going to come back, right? Because this is a space that we're creating so that you can come and feel lifted, feel elevated. You can bring your family. It's children friendly, so you can bring your family out and have a really nice, elegant evening with us.
Yeah, Rodney?
One thing to note is not one show and then.
It's
So
not one
it's
and done.
something we want to do every month.
Yes, every month. Yes.
So this time we featuring Dean.
Right.
Next time could be Errol. Or could be
Hey,
anybody.
hey, partner, you was going real good.
It could be anybody.
Rodney, you was going real good.
It could be
Retract
anybody.
that statement.
Our
So-
next
Yeah, go ahead.
our next show is gonna be on May the 16th. So you will hear a little bit more about that. That's coming up. So we look forward, to seeing you there and come out and spend that time with us.
But even before May the 16th, after this, we go to you.
Yeah.
Yes, on the 19th of
On the
April,
19th
of
of
course, we
April.
have Rodney Alexander at
And where
Cafe
is your
Blue.
show? You're going back at Cafe Blue.
Cafe Blue. Yeah.
What's the price of the tickets?
To only $200. Only you're having a whole no intermission. Just going straight
I
on.
door price, I
Two-
think.
huh?
Yeah, door price, I think. man.
What you want? After $3,000, it was still a door price.
Oh, God. $3,000 would have been my rent for that month, but look at this, you have to pick up for April, the end of April. I can't live for.
The price is good music price.
The price is good music alone. But you almost had me there.
Well said.
So we try to make it the hub and south, the hub of the live entertainment.
So I want to say a special congratulations and heartfelt thank you to Carnival City, of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for opening up a space like this. I think that is necessary. It's needed
Yes.
in South Trinidad. Let him know that we have more than jazz as well. We have Kaiso too, so we can come down and bring some Kaiso for him too.
Okay.
Yeah, we leave her alone.
Okay.
But I want to thank you all. Thank you all so much for taking the time out and coming and sitting here and chatting with us.
You're
For giving us a
welcome.
little chance to find
Thanks for
out
having us.
You're
who
welcome.
you all are
Thank you so much
and
for the
what we're doing.
opportunity.
Oh, please, guys, it's home.
Yes.
No
Yes.
place like home. This is home. Trinidad and Tobago, this is the part of the segment when you all don't like it, that you don't like. I know. Yeah, I know, right? But just remember, it's real thing. Jazz happening on the 11th. Girls just want to have fun. Happening on the 2nd of May. And of course, the Easter extravaganza. And of course, next week on What's Up T&T, we're going to be visiting the area of art and culture. We're going to have a whole exhibition, just a little sneak peek of what's about to come, and a whole lot of different things. We're actually going to have a legal mind on the inside, talking about who to sue, who not to sue, all kind of thing. But we're also going to have somebody talking about autism as well. We have a fun show, a packed show for you next week Friday. So on that note, on behalf of my boss man and my master, who happened to be my master control tonight, Errol Danjuma Fabian, I want to say thank you. My name is Eunice Peters. It was definitely my pleasure sitting here and chatting with you guys. See you next week. Love ups and hug ups. I love you. Bye. Good night.
Live music all night long. You can hear your favorite song. Heads keep bopping to the beat. Rhythm that sweeps you off your feet. Jazz for you to dance and sing. Jenny can jazz up anything. Let us gather, groove and grow. Dress up nice and let us go to jazz nights under Carnival City lights. We're gonna jam with Basie's bands. Carnival City's where we land. Jazz night, tell a friend you won't want the night to end. Good vibes that feel so right. Welcome to Jazz Night.
Get up! We reset. March 28th, Central Bank Auditorium. One night only. Show starts at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Tickets, $200. Available at Showaholics, Booms World, Island E-Tickets, and for members of the Mad Company. For more info, 293-9134. Powered by The Joy Company and Graphic Source. Together, we reset. All talk done.
Don't look out at me from behind your blinds. Come on out and see what I am made of. I know you're pretty, and I can feel high, and I can do something with you. Neighbor, 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 think I love you. Neighbor, 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 think I love you.
As we gather virtually to celebrate the life of Dave Marsden, let us begin with prayer. Heavenly Father, God of love and music, your son, Dave Marsden, who filled our land with joy and jazz, has left us now for 10 long years. Keep him safely in your loving arms. Although we miss him greatly, we know that he is in a better space with you. We long to join him in your own good time and to reignite the music that once filled our souls. While we long and wait, we offer you this tribute of love from his family members, his co-musicians, his former students, and his friends. Please accept this offering of sound and music as a sacrifice of praise. Keep Dave safely in your loving arms, and let him know that one day we will all be together again. Amen.
Thank you, Abajan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. On behalf of the entire family, I welcome you to our virtual tribute to our beloved brother, Dave. I'm joined here tonight by my brother Bill, my older sister Debbie, Dave's wife, and his sister-in-law Leah. We are joined virtually by Dave's wife, Cheryl, his daughters, Marcella, Dalia, and Devita, and their family. They, however, are in Texas, USA. So welcome to Dave 10. As we take this opportunity to pay tribute to Dave on the 10th anniversary of his passing. Tonight, we hopefully will enlighten you a little more about Dave's life, about the good soul that he was. We know many of you all were close to him, but we believe that you became close to him in that last phase of his life when he came to Trinidad. So we are going to attempt to fill that gap from childhood, teenage life, his going to America, his achievements in America, and then his return to Trinidad. So we start tonight's segment with Dave's story, further to which with entertaining, with emotional, but entertaining tributes by his students, by his friends, by musicians, not just from Trinidad, but originally also. Yeah? So, thank you for joining us. Welcome to Dave 10. Dave was the first of 4 children born to Manu and Joyce Marsland. At the time, Mommy was a school teacher at St. Joseph Girls RC and Daddy, a clerk in Port of Spain by day and musician by night. Home has always been at St. Joseph to our family. These are the streets where Dave played and grew up. He attended kindergarten just 5 seconds from our front door. Then graduated to primary school another 30 seconds away. The St. Joseph RC Church sits side by side with the boys' RC school, and Dave served as an altar boy there during his primary school days. Dave then graduated to secondary school, another 15 seconds away